We are the men of Texaco. We wear the Texaco star. We like to think of...
Hi everyone, welcome to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a build update of the MRC Texaco station. This is build number 6. I can't believe we've got this much done already. Well, let's jump right in here. I'm going to move some of this out of the way here. All the guys got to go. There's just too much to cover today. So we're going to chuck them off the back. Jake says hi. So let me move everything back out of the way here for a second. And we'll talk about some of the stuff we got going on. First thing, Red from Red's Scale Scrapyard and Parts sent me out a whole bunch of little stuff to go with the shop that's just so cool. We have some jerry cans. He sent me 4 jerry cans. He sent me 3 of the little gas cans. They even say petrol on them. Look at that. How cool is that? He sent me out a grill that's open. And I haven't painted any of these. This is just the way they came. Very neat. Not sure if this will go on a kit or on the wall. I think that'd look pretty cool hanging on the wall. The other thing he sent me is a full set of truck spoked rims. And these things are so stinking delicate, it's not even funny. We'll definitely be using these, but man, oh man, are they sharp. And then something that just blew my mind. I understand how you can do stuff with 3D printing. I'm still kind of like a novice at it, and I'm going to zoom way in here if I can and show you this. He sent us an engine block. Now, not just an engine block. This thing's got the cam in there, pistons, the valves are in here, the crank, connecting rods, bearings. I mean, the whole dang thing. You tell me how cool this is going to be put on one of my engine stands. I mean, come on, that's over the top cool. I do not have a 3D printer. I don't even know how they work yet. But after seeing this, I mean, look, even the little valve guides are in there. Everything's, it's so detailed. I don't know how I'm going to get in there to paint, but we'll figure it out. You want to talk about panel liner? You're going to see a bunch of it with this. But here, check out these jerry cans. So neat and delicate. The gas cans are so cool. Look at that little handle on that thing. I mean, this is just wild. It really is. The spokes, I don't even want to pick them back up. I'm afraid I'm going to break them. But this is all from Red Scrapyard. Says parts are parts. There's his email if you want to get a hold of him. And there's a hand on the back side of this too. That's a pointing finger. And you know what? I am going to set that thing up. I haven't had a chance. I just got some brass rod, but I'm going to put that on the brass rod so I can point at things as we go. So let me pull you back out here a little bit, and we're going to go to the next one. Well, first things first, I did a bunch of painting yesterday, and I used my Gaahlerie's GT918 compressor. Here's a picture of it. And I used the CS36 airbrush that came with the kit. It came with 2 airbrushes, 2 hoses, 2 water separators, paint, the compressor that's got 2 outlets and 2 regulators. Just all your set. But I wanted to show you that I used that to paint this. Now tell me that didn't come out pretty good. I'm starting to figure out this wood grain stuff. But I used that to paint the brown, all the red. I did put a coat of red on the red just because I wanted the red to be even. I painted the silver by hand, but that paint laid down so smooth. I hand did the grain, and then I came back over that, and I sprayed it again with a real thin coat of clear orange, and I couldn't be any happier. I did the same thing with the creeper. I painted that brown, and then I went in with my 4-aught or 5-aught brush, and I painted in some black lines. And then I came back with a mix of brown and light, I think it was dark yellow, FX60, and I let that dry, and that was like a wash. And I let that dry, and then I went over it with the CS36, and I sprayed the clear orange over top all that. And I think it did really well. I had to do those in red. I don't know. But then I came back again, and I used, what else? My panel liner. The red, just something if you're thinking about it, check the red out on that. I wanted that to be red leather, so I painted it with Tammy's red, which is, I think, I don't know, X7. Let it dry completely overnight, and then I came back and I hit it with my panel liner. Just the black panel liner. I let that sit for just a second, and then I kind of wiped it around with the Q-tip and smeared it. And man, I'm telling you, if that doesn't look like leather, I don't know what. That came out pretty good. And I used the red here because I used the red on the wheels. I even painted the little washers and bolts on here. Not sure if that'll show up or even focus. But I was having fun last night. For a while I was steady-handed. So I went with it. The other thing I did is I built the jack. And this son of a gun, you want to talk about tedium? This thing takes the cake. It will lift up and hold. Everything moves. There is 14 parts to this jack. The only thing I wish is when you pulled this back that this would go up. That would have just been really cool as heck, but it doesn't, and I'm okay with that. But it moves, it goes up and down, it goes down into the stores. There's 3 little detents drilled into the side on both sides of here, where this bottom bar, and look, I'm holding it and it won't let it up. This bottom bar itself here goes into the detents and holds them in. So it's pretty cool. You just have to watch because it will stretch and fall apart if you're not careful. So that's, I kind of squeeze it here when I pull it up and down. But really neat. The little washers on the wheels. And then I came back and I hit this with my panel liner again. I haven't had a chance to use any pastels or any weathering, the Weather Masters on it yet. Just haven't had the chance. The next thing I got into was this little tedious son of a gun. This is my oil can rack. And it wasn't tedious, it was just very delicate. There were 2 sides, and then each one of these runners is a separate piece on both sides. And these old decals are going on very nice for me. I haven't had a single problem yet. We'll see tomorrow, because along with this is a whole bunch of oil cans, both the big and the small, and each one of those gets a decal, and every one of these was 2 pieces. So they're still on here. I just painted these maybe 20 minutes ago, so I'm going to leave these sit on here overnight, and then I'll pull them off, and we'll try to get the decals to form around them. So you know how hot that water's got to be, right? But those came out good. They fit in the rack really nice. I mean, just like the real McCoy. You put them in, they drop into the back, and they hold in place. So I am really stoked here. We're moving right along. I got my brass for my sign, and we are going to light this. I drilled out the bottom so that I can get the wire down in there. I'm using 1 piece of brass and then another piece that fits into it to give it that little tapered base look right here, and I can run this up wherever I want it for whatever height I want this thing to be. And this fits in here nicely in the top, and I'm thinking about getting LED strips and running a ring of them around here, and then just running the 2 wires down to the bottom and out to a 12-volt relay. And then everything will be run through the Arduino, which is it's 5-volt. It'll flip the relay, turn these on. When I do that, I will probably also, see if I can get this out of here, put 2 strips underneath here for the gas pump lights, and that'll light this up. I was thinking about trying to run individual LEDs across the top where those holes are. They're spotlights that push back at the station. I haven't tried to drill any out yet. I haven't done anything with them, but we'll see. Maybe I can drill them out through the back, and then, yeah, they're buried in the box, but they're just clear. So I think if I drill a hole in the back of them, if they're big enough to do that, I'll drill a hole in the back, run a wire behind it, so each one will have a post and a wire and going down, and then I'll just run those all into the post, which I've already drilled the hole in, so that the wires can come in the side of it that way. And then I'll build a box here to make this sturdy. You know, high winds, we don't want this thing falling down. But I think that'll be the best way to do that. And then I'll just have a bunch of wires coming out to run these lights, and maybe run the top ones. Let's see if I can keep my frustration level down to about a 7. So let me put that back on the base. I'm going to stop for just a second because I want to show you that I got the pumps lit. All right, not even sure if I showed you the gas pumps yet. They came out really nice. Very detailed gas pumps. The decals, again, the decals went on great. You can see inside there, you know, everything. You can see the dials on the front of them. So let me set this down just for a second. I should have a drum roll here. Check that out. Those came out pretty cool. What I did is I ran an LED up to the top here. You can see it right there. And I sanded the sides all the way around this to make them opaque. And that way well, see, now I'm using 2 clothespins to hold the wires in place. But what that did when I sanded that opaque is that made it to where the light comes down and hits the bottom of this and reflects all the way around and lights that up just like it would be a regular light shining from the back. It's the best idea I could come up with, and I think it worked out really well. So I am happy with that. I got an LED on the front and the back, so both sides of this is lit. We're just not Hollywooding it. And you can see how the base runs up to this, so it'll be cool with the lights coming down. I will have to put them on a dimmer, though, because I don't want to wipe these out. You know what I mean? I want people to know, hey, that's lit too. We'll also be lighting the pop machine. I just have to frame this with aluminum and then build a holder for the LED, because I want it far enough back. I want it far enough back inside the refrigerator to where it'll light the glass up for this evenly. And then that'll shine through and light the decals, and it'll look just right. So there we go. It's been a good couple of days down in the shop. We're getting forward progress. The other thing is on Grandpa Mark's Hobbies group page, we're doing a Corvette build. And tonight, while I had the aluminum out for this, which is just, you know, the cans are just flat aluminum, I thought, I wonder what would happen if I mixed the flat aluminum with Tamiya's green. And check this out. It came out like a mint green metallic. And instead of using the flat aluminum, I'll use chrome silver with the green, and it'll give me the same results. And this is look really sharp. I did this with the blue for the Cadillac Brougham, and I wanted to see what it would look like in green. Red looks pink, so if you want to do metallic pink, red is the way to go. And the other one I want to try is Tamiya's X9, I think it is. Yeah, X9 brown, and see if I can get like a almost like a metallic chocolate. So for right now, I think my vet's going to go with the mint green, and because I'm not building it stock, I'm just going to have fun with it. But it might end up metallic chocolate. Not sure. Or a combination of the both, and we'll have mint chocolate chip. But anyhow, on that note, I've been down here breathing paint fumes way too long. I will let you go. Don't forget to check out that sale from Gaahleri if you're looking for a compressor, or you want a gift card for somebody, or I think they got a percentage off too. But check them out. I'll let you go here. Y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.